I got a new type of sprinkler that kind of raises up. It definitely disperses the water further. It has been ridiculously hot. The pigs followed me over, and they're like, oh yeah, much cooler. And the duckies just discovered it. They're like, oh, okay. Everybody take a shower. I've never watered our side property ever. We're kind of in a drought right now. Of course, the year I decide to do animals and I purchase over 100 mouths to feed, it decides to be a drought. Because, you know, that's my luck. Oh well, it is what it is. Thank God we have a well. Everybody's like, what? What is this great device? So, I'm going to have to rotate and water the pasture, or my yard. Bunch of happy duckies. Oh, it's a piggy. It's so hot. He's frogging. He's half frogging. Oh, the hot piggy. I know it's so hot. He was sitting in the pool. He says, it's so hot, Mama. It's so hot. Oh, okay, if you're going to scratch my belly. Your belly's all wet. Your belly's all wet. I know it's hot, buddy. I know. There's nothing I can do about it. Normally our Mays are 70, 80s. We're running high 90s. By the end of the week, we're supposed to hit close to 100, 99, possibly 100. The heat index is way over 100. I haven't looked to see what it is today, but I know the other day it was like 105 heat index. I feel bad for all my kids because they're young, so they're not real adapted to regulate body temperature. I mean, Mr. Whiskey here is only, 10, 11 weeks? And he's, Harley's 2 weeks younger. So, 8, 9 weeks. They've done pretty good. I've made sure that their wallow is kept full of water, that they have a lot of water pans. I've left them out all day today. And I think tomorrow when I go to work, I'm going to start leaving the pigs out because they don't sweat. And they need water to cool. And part of their pen actually gets quite sunny now that the sun has moved. So I don't want them to be stuck in the sun. I mean, they have shade at all times, but not enough to really get down and cool. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you have animals. You get to go into the air conditioning. They do not. Unless they're super spoiled, which mine are not. My dogs are, but none of my outdoor critters. You happy? Is it making it cooler? Is you singing a song to your people, Ducka? Yeah. Funny. Where are the piggies going? Most of my yard stays in stays in shade. For the most part during the day. I have big patches. That's why I put a lot of my buildings where I did, because they get shade, or provided tarps to make sure that they had shade. I think that's the only building that really gets full sun, and it hits probably around 12, 1 o'clock, which is the hottest part of the day. All of these guys are getting free run of the property. The only ones that don't get free run of the property are the goats. They are in shade all day with small patches of sun. I do want to eventually let the goats out, but the goats are very, very clever critters on how to get into things. So I have to goat proof quite a bit of stuff. What are you doing, little silky chick? You hanging out with the goats? The turkeys have decided that the goats are prime real estate. The goats don't care. We've got turkeys there. I've got a turkey in the water bucket. He's like, yeah, I'm just chilling my tail feathers. The turkey's up here. And I see what he's looking at. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get up in this tree. But, oh God, it's beastly hot. See, they're figuring it out. And turkeys have been probably one of the most interesting critters on this farm. What are you doing, owl? What are you doing, owl? You panting? I know it's hot, babies. I'm sorry. My poor flower garden. I've got so much stuff that's wilting, not because of it being dry, but just because of the sheer heat. I mean, my poor spring flowers. I had to start everything in flats to come out here to plant. And I haven't even brought them out because I haven't had a cool enough day to plant them where they're not going to heat shock so bad that they're going to die. Even though they're on full sun on my patio. But they have access to water in their water. Look at that. The turkeys are so hot that they're walking in the water now. It's crazy. I think this is probably one of the hottest springs I remember. I've only been here for 20 years in Texas. Unfortunately, the ducks muck up every single water pan with mud. They fill their beaks with water and then they chuff it through the mud and then take a mouthful of mud and stick it in the tub to chuff it further. I don't know if they do it to get minerals from the dirt, but everything by the end of the day is a mucky brown. I've even had to pull water bowls away from the edge so the ducks can't stick their heads through the fences because they were muddying everybody's water dish. You coming with me, Turkas? You want to go check out the sprinkler? You want to come check out the sprinkler? Come on. Come on, Turkas. Come on, Turkas. I'm like the Pied Piper of turkeys. Come on, Turkas. Come on, Turkas. Oh, yeah, it's cooler over here. Got a nice breeze. What do you think? Even the ducks have moved over here. They're like, oh yeah. Ice cold well water definitely is assisting in dropping the temperature. Oh yeah, the turkeys are like, yeah. They're like, oh yeah. I need to get the splash pad out here, but I can't find it. I don't remember where I stored it last year. I bet the pigs would love the splash pad. I don't know, I think the ducks would probably like the splash pad too. Hopefully most of these guys will move over here. I'm going to let this run for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to move it over here. I don't want to lose what little grass I have. This was all green for the most part, but it was all winter grasses. As soon as it got hot, it all died. I have seed. I'm trying not to mow, but if I have a patch of something that's ridiculous, I will mow it down a little bit. I'm going to work. I got to find something that will do real good in the Texas heat in the shade. In the winter, it's not too much of a problem. This gets more sun. But most of my trees are evergreen. I've got live oaks, which are fantastic shade. But what are you going to do, right? All right. Well, you guys have a blessed day. I've got a flower garden to mow and tomatoes plants to plant, even though I am so behind on doing so. Talk to you later.